Alrighty then. This is division using scientific notation, lesson 4. Again, forgive me for having paper that's all torn up and crumpled. Life is tough. From last time we talked about 10 raised to 0 power equals 1. And we talked about if we had something like 32 raised to the second power divided by 32 raised to the 31st power, we would end up taking the base of 32 raised to the power of 2 minus 31, or 32 to the negative 29 power. Okay, and let's go back and refresh ourselves here about scientific notation. Examples of scientific notation is 2.8 times 10 to the 5th, 9.9 times 10 to the negative 22nd, and 6.501 times 10 to the 1234th power. Okay, I hope all this stuff is now seared into your brain. Alright, here we go. Let's look at the number 1000. Well, 1000 does equal 1000 times 1. Okay, good. Which equals 1000 times 10 to the 0 power. There it is right there. 10 to the 0 equals 1. But we can rewrite 1000 as 100 times 10, which is 100 times 10 to the first. Or we can say 1000 equals 10 times 100, which equals 10 to the first power, times 10 squared. And finally, we can say that 1000 equals 1 times 1000, which equals 1 times 10 to the third. Do you see a pattern that's going on here? 10 to the 0, 10 to the 1, 10 to the second, 10 to the third. Okay, this is, and forgive me, I'm sure I'm going to mess up my words here, but I'm going to try. This gets really confusing. As the decimal point moves left, the power of 10 goes up. Let me repeat that. As a decimal point moves left, the power of 10 goes up, and the converse is true. As the decimal point moves right, the power of 10 drops. For each move, if the decimal point moves left, the power of 10 goes up by one movement, and conversely, as the decimal point moves right, the power of 10 for each movement, as it moves right, the power of 10 goes down. As I said, I know I'm going to mangle these words. I apologize. But let's take a look at 0.0053. Well, that is 0.0053 times 1. I know it's tough to see, but it's 0.0053 times 1, which equals 0.0053 times 10 to the 0 power. Okay, that's fine. But we could rewrite that as 0.0053. Okay, that equals just 0.053 times 10 to the negative 1. Why? Because our decimal point has moved to the right and the power has dropped by 1. And so forth. We could say 0.0053 just equals 0.53 times 10 to the negative 2, times 10 to the negative 2, and so forth. 0.0053 can be expressed in scientific notation as 5.3 times 10 to the negative 3. And you can check this out on your calculator, and you're going to find out that it all works, and you can even write it out this way as 5.3 times 10 to, divided by 10 to the third. So I know I've mangled these words. I don't think I will ever be able to deliver this sermon properly, but you should be able to work with this and practice with it and get it at least straight in your head. I will never get it straight in my mouth, but that's okay. But the rule is, and this, you might, if you're going to get a tattoo, this is the one. As the decimal point moves left, the power of 10 goes up, and the opposite is true. So I'm going to make this a short lesson, lesson 4. This one deserves immense attention. And this is where I always got messed up, right in here, because I'd moved the decimal point one direction, and I would not change the power of 10 in the right direction. I'd go in the wrong direction. And professors don't like that. They don't like when you're coming up, it should be 10 to the positive 10, and it's 10 to the negative 10. Or 5 to the positive 3 when it should be 5 to the negative 3. So this is where everybody gets all messed up with this stuff. Just remember this rule. As a decimal point moves left on a number like this, the power of 10, the multiple power of 10, goes up, and the opposite is true. So I'll leave you with that. This lesson 4, it will turn you in knots, especially when the time is running out and you've got a chemistry exam and you are trying to figure out something. And all of a sudden, you're moving a decimal point around to get it in standard scientific notation, like that right there. And you're trying to get it in standard scientific notation. Next thing you know, you move the decimal point one place, or 2 places, or 3 places, and then you shifted your power of 10 the wrong direction. Boy, professors just do not like that stuff. So there you go. There's your homework assignment. Play with this stuff. Play with different numbers. Check with your calculator and see what you get, because we're about to get into some serious division. Lesson 5 will probably be the last actual lesson here, and then lesson 6 will be me performing division using scientific notation on the fly in front of the camera, just so I can really, really mess things up. So we'll see you then, but here we go. Catch you.